Hello, how is everyone doing? It is your fallen angel back with another video. Today, we are going over the concept of why semen retention is so beneficial. And if you're someone that relapses very often, we will teach you how to never relapse again, right? We will teach you power of mind. We will teach you all the benefits that come with this on this journey. Now, before we even get started, feel free to check us out on Patreon, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram. Also, like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, guys, let's get started. So, here are some of the benefits that come with these long spurts of semen retention. Now, the longer your spurt, the more and more gifts you will receive along the way. Now, the whole premise of even going on semen retention is to not think of the benefits in the first place. It's to find your higher purpose and to serve the utmost high. Whoever you believe in, the kingdom of heaven is within. Therefore, you want to serve the higher purpose. This becomes a spiritual journey rather than a what can I get in the physical realm journey. But regardless, we're going to give you all the benefits that you will receive on this journey. So, some of the benefits include boosts in confidence, higher energy, more self-control, sharp memory, strong hair, deep voice, relieves depression, boosts libido, makes you a risk taker, improves sleep, boosts your immune system, increases your attractiveness, awakens your root chakra, improves athletic performance, makes you happier, and finally, gives you time for more things. Now, all these things are intrinsically extremely important for a man because as a man, your sexual energy is what drives you to do everything. Your sexual energy is what drives you to work. It drives you to create. It drives you to produce whatever it is you want in this cosmos. So when you allow this energy to build up, you become a unstoppable force intrinsically. So let's get started. It boosts confidence. Semen retention can significantly improve self-confidence and self-esteem. The brain plays a crucial role in sexual pleasure, as it produces dopamine, a neurotransmitter that sends messages between nerve cells. Dopamine is part of the catecholamine family and runs along dopamine pathways in areas associated with reward-motivated behavior. When you perceive the possibility of a particular reward for any behavior, your brain produces dopamine along these ways. So guys, when you are constantly releasing, your body is depleting that dopamine reward system. It no longer finds joy in simplistic things. This is why people with, the hub addictions, when it comes to porn addictions and things like that, they start off at a baseline of what they would watch. And then it gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse. And then it just needs to fill that void over and over and over again, right? They would be at page 600 looking for things because this reward system is no longer complete. So we have to understand that when you're on this journey, everything in life becomes beautiful. Everything in life is enjoyable. You feel like a kid again, intrinsically. Remember when you were a kid and everything it just felt good. Doing these little things will feel good. This will naturally boost your confidence and up your dopamine, right? Now, when we talk about dopamine, we've also explained that the act of dopamine is not the actual outcome. It is the anticipation, right? That is what dopamine is doing. It is the anticipation of what's going to happen. That's what makes dopamine the reward chemical, because it's not the reward that you get out of it. It's the anticipation of the reward that is inducing these feelings. Boost confidence. Dopamine is transmitted between nerve cells by jumping a gap called a synapse. And on the other side is a receptor. Excessive dopamine production can harm the receptor sites, causing dopamine levels to drop. Low levels of dopamine are associated with low self-confidence and diminished motivation and willpower. Reducing dopamine can compound low self-confidence, as it is more difficult to become more confident without motivation. Conserving semen and redirecting sexual energy can boost dopamine levels by not constantly firing it in the brain, leading to increased confidence. So guys, like we just explained with the dopamine levels, when you're constantly releasing, your dopamine levels are going to drop. it makes things, you're unmotivated, because in life you are motivated because of your sexual energy. You are motivated because your body naturally wants to reproduce. That's why you're here, right? You wouldn't be here unless two individuals came together, amalgamated, and brought you here. Therefore, this whole world revolves around this thing. And it is one of the most hardest things to keep inside as well, because think about the world we live in today. It is all lust based. It is all ways to make you lose your energy, your internal juice, your man-made God's milk. That is intrinsically what it is. It is God's milk, right? So when you're not using your energy to just pointlessly have sex or pointlessly masturbate, this energy builds up and you can use it to transmute anything in this cosmos. Whether this be you want to create something beautiful, you're an artist, whether you own a business, whatever it may be, you're going to be firing at different levels. This happens for people that are athletes. If they want the slight edge over someone, they start going on seed retention. Think about boxers, right? So, higher energy. When you're on seed retention, you will receive more energy because you're keeping up all your perfect enzymes. All of your good nutrients are staying in the body. So, an example of this is B12. It is a vital vitamin for sperm quality and reproductive organ functionality. It reduces the toxicity of amino acids, nitric oxide, oxidative damage, and inflammation-induced sperm impairment. B12 is a present in sperm and is essential for their stamina, transforming food into energy for cells. It also strengthens blood and nerve cells and prevents fatigue caused by anemia. Ejaculation causes vitamin B12 loss, leading to exhaustion. Abstaining from ejaculation prevents vitamin B12 loss and boosts testosterone levels. Semen retention increases testosterone levels by 45%, but it will return to normal levels after a few days. High testosterone, like B12, is linked to higher energy levels, while low testosterone can cause fatigue, erectile dysfunction, and loss of sexual interest. So guys, I know many of you out there understand this concept. Once you ejaculate, you feel tired, right? There's someone out there who's going to say, well, I can go and do this many times and not feel tired, right? It is going to impair you. When you have this loss of energy, it is like a loss of life. I want to explain it like this. In order for something to come to life, something has to die. There has to be a loss for there to be a gain. So when your body is producing this type of energy that could produce a new soul in this cosmos, you die a little bit inside. You lose some of your best nutrients that it can never be recovered again. Sometimes people's hair starts thinning. We'll get into that further. People start to lose bone marrow. Their bones start to get weaker. They start to lose their most crucial nutrients like B12, which is vital for interest in sex, having high libido, having high energy levels, right? Now, here are some foods that are good to have. Not even if you're not even on seed retention, or when you are on seed retention, these are great foods: tofu, beef liver, sardines, oysters. All these foods are not only going to help and boost your testosterone, but it's also going to help boost your B12 levels. So guys, this is crucial to understand that when we're on seed retention, B12 is a vital vitamin for us as men, because we as men are always hungry. We want to manifest. We want to do more, right? Intrinsically, you should want to do more always, whether this be for your family, for your wife. Just maybe you just want to do it for yourself. You want to have an edge. This B12 is what's going to give you this edge, and your body is naturally creating this. You cannot just pointlessly throw this away just for nerve tingling, okay? More self-control. Masturbation can create a sensation similar to addiction, affecting willpower and self-control. Refraining from ejaculation can strengthen oneself and enhance self-control. This improved sense of self-control leads to increased confidence in tackling life's challenges, creating a virtuous circle. Therefore, it is crucial to avoid ejaculation to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, we're not saying you can't openly have sex. I believe you should have sex with that. If that's what you want, that's what you should do. But the intent should always be there. This should be with someone you truly love, someone that you truly, if anything was to occur, that you had a child with this woman, that is exactly what you want. This is exactly what you're putting out there. You're putting out this ability, this God-given ability to procreate, right? Now, women are like the spiritual gateway to the astral plane. They are able to bring souls into this cosmos, right? Women have an immense amount of power, right? It's like a god of power too. They can bring these souls into the cosmos, but we are the ones holding the juice that is going to allow that to happen, right? And when that builds up, we intrinsically have a stronger aura. We have a stronger energy field. We have more self-control. We're more discerned, right? We're not going to just give in to lust. We are more in our logical side. We're going to discern much harder. Our discernment is going to be top tier. Sharp memory. When you're focused on your sexual desires, whether in form of self-pleasuring or sex with a partner, it can impair your mental clarity and memory. Remember that phosphorus and zinc are major components of semen, which also keep your brain healthy and sharp. Withholding your semen can increase the power of your memory by retaining these essential nutrients. So guys, I know a lot of people that say they have brain fog, they have this, they have that, but this is because they're constantly ejaculating, right? The whole premise of memory is with withholding semen, right? Now, if let's try to explain it like this. You need to hold your seed in order to have a sharp memory. In order to be sharp in all aspects, you need to maintain this, because your body, once it ejaculates, it feels like it's done its job. And when you do this, not only are you dropping your dopamine if you're self-pleasuring for no reason, you're also giving your body this ideology. Hey, we did our deed. We're good. We could just relax, right? So it does not need to remember slight things that might help you have the edge. This is why you need to have that slight edge. Strong hair. Semen contains a protein called keratin. It is the same protein found in your fingernails that make them hard, and it's essential for their health. It keeps your hair smooth and easier to manage. A decrease in the keratin in your body is associated with hair loss, roughness, dryness, and thin hair. Excessive masturbating causes you to lose that valuable keratin, and without keratin, your hair becomes thin and brittle. Additionally, too much self-pleasuring can dry out the scalp, make your head feel itchy because of the lack of keratin. When you practice semen retention, you find that your hair becomes thicker, more lush, and your scalp feels better. So guys, oftentimes, a lot of men that have male pattern baldness before 30 is because they have been constantly depleting their energy. This is why they are losing hair. You're going to lose hair because this is a loss of life. You age prematurely the more you ejaculate. The more you ejaculate, you will age. At a young age, you will age. This is not to scare any of you to not, oh, I shouldn't be having sex, this and that. You should do whatever it is you please. I'm here to provide the information as to how this works with your hair. But obviously, there's a plethora of nuance that goes into it too. Maybe there's male pattern baldness in your family that just runs through the family. Maybe you just naturally have thin hair, right? Maybe that's what it is. You just naturally got thin hair. But for the most part, if you want a full set of hair, a nice beard, you want all these things. You want to maintain your seed and understand that this keratin within it is going to make your hair strong, okay? It's going to make it strong and thick and lustrous. This is how you have nice, thick hair, whether that be in the beard, whether your chest hair, whether this be pubic hair, whether this be leg hair, hair in the back, wherever it is, you will grow hair everywhere, right? So it is essential to understand the capabilities of how semen is holding this keratin for you, right? Deeper voice. As we mentioned earlier, semen retention boosts your testosterone levels by 45% within just 1 week. That makes your voice deeper, something considered to be an attractive masculine trait. So guys, obviously, people know how to change their voice, right? There's people that know how to change tonality from deep to really high. There's people that could just control tonality, no matter if they're depleted or if they're on semen retention. But for the most part, guys, if you're on semen retention, this is one of the qualities that you may pick up, right? You may be able to just talk slower. You may be able to just read the room and just do what you want and speak how you feel, right? How you feel that is going to command the room. Whatever you feel like is going to command the room, that's what you're going to go with. So therefore, it is important to understand how you will have a lot more benefits on this journey. Relieves depression. Because semen retention boosts your testosterone levels, it can help to alleviate depression. You need to have optimum levels of testosterone for mental well-being. In fact, people with low levels of testosterone often don't respond to antidepressant medications. When study participants were given testosterone in addition to the medication, they responded well to the combination. Aside from the physical boost provided by testosterone, there are often problems with people feeling guilty following masturbation. When that happens repeatedly, it trains the brain to respond with frustration and self-reproach. Each time you masturbate, it's a feedback loop that can have serious negative consequences as it affects your emotions and self-image. So guys, you often will feel worse doing things like this, because think about all the guys that say they do this and then they feel really bad. Because it's the truth. You're going to feel really bad because it was an unearned thing. It was an unearned way to release. It was not a good way to use your sexual energy. The type of energy that can bring life to this world. The type of energy that you can use to make yourself the best version of yourself. The type of energy you can use to practically manifest anything in this physical realm. Now, it is known that it can help relieve depression because it's going to boost your testosterone. So with higher testosterone, you're going to be able to be much sharper, have higher stress tolerance, and be able to just deduce any problems that are in your way. Next, it boosts libido. Your libido is your overall sex drive, which means your desire for sexual activity. People who are regularly refrained from masturbation report that their sexual desire increases. They also report that the quality of that desire improves, is deeper, and more passionate. This is likely related to the increased levels of testosterone. People also report that the increase in self-control they have due to their restraint helps them channel this increased sexual energy into other activities requiring high levels of energy. So guys, having high libido is great. Having high libido is amazing because this makes you know that you're not only alive as a man, but it shows that you are hungry. Your body is hungry to reproduce. Your body, you're driven by this sexual desire. This sexual desire is what's driving you to do anything in this cosmos. So when you're on seed retention, not only will you have super high libido, but this self-control and this restraint will actually allow you to transmute this energy to other aspects in life, other parts in your life, whether this be hobbies. You wanted to learn how to play the guitar. You wanted to read a bunch more books. You wanted to put this into education. You wanted to learn how to do anything. This is where you want to put that energy to give you that edge, right? Because when you're depleted all the time, you feel really, really lazy. You feel really, really incapable of doing anything else. Therefore, it's essential to understand how important this practice is, and that you should be releasing very, very intentionally, not only because this is a spiritual practice, but also because in the physical plane, it means a lot as well, energy-wise as well. It makes you a risk taker. While there are certainly people who engage in risky behavior and as a result pay a high price, what we are talking about here are refers, more to taking calculated risks that come with big rewards. For example, Steve Jobs, who famously practiced semen retention, took a big risk when he dropped out of college to co-fund Apple. His risk paid off, and that's true for many opportunities that come your way in life. They involve significant risk, but they also come with a big payoff. Increased testosterone levels result in taking more bold actions, particularly when it comes to taking financial and professional risks. Many successful entrepreneurs practice semen retention and cite it as a factor in their success. So, Steve Jobs was a very intelligent guy. If you read his biography, he was a very, very spiritually inclined person. He was often vegan. He went to India. He went to many countries to learn more about who the human vessel is. And on his trip to India, he learned more about the human vessel. He learned more about spirituality. He learned that the semen, the virya, is life force. And with this, there is no pinnacle that you can't reach. Right? He's a great example of him using this energy to manifest practically what everyone uses an Apple device, right? So Steve Jobs was also married. Him and his wife understood that he was not going to have sex unless he would take big breaks from having sex because guess what? He was trying to use his energy to be a creative force in this cosmos. You become one of the most creative forces in this cosmos because you're transmuting this energy elsewhere. He understood this practice and how vital it was. It improves sleep. Low testosterone levels are associated with a reduction in sleep duration. Poorer sleep quality, frequently waking through the night, and disturbance while sleeping. Maintaining optimal testosterone levels will improve your overall quality of sleep. And with more and better sleep, you also produce more testosterone. Another virtuous circle in action, in fact, men who sleep less than 5 or 6 hours a night have as much as 10% less testosterone in their bodies. That's a big difference that semen retention can help to resolve. So guys, when you're on seed retention, you're going to have better sleep. That will have its own nuance depending on the physical body we're talking about, but for the most part, sleep is very important in testosterone production. This is very important in our circadian rhythm. Testosterone has a certain time that it activates every single time, every day, because that's part of your circadian rhythm. So the more hours you sleep, the body is going to be able to replenish itself. It's going to be able to mature the semen. It takes 60 to 90 days for a semen to reach a mature level. So we want to make sure we are understanding of this, because this increases sperm motility. It increases very healthy sperm, right? Think about all the people that say they can't have babies because the sperm they have is not high quality sperm. When you mature these sperms to 60, 90 days, this is high motility sperm. This sperm can get anyone pregnant, like literally like that. It boosts your immune system. Because your semen contains numerous essential vitamins, minerals such as vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, citric acid, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, zinc, lactic acid, vitamin B12, among others. It offers tremendous support for your immune system. These nutrients are powerful antioxidants. Antioxidants work to protect your cells from the damaging effects of free radicals. Free radicals produce inflammation in your body, and inflammation is linked to a number of diseases such as arthritis, cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. These essential vitamins and minerals support your immune system efforts to keep you healthy by helping to reduce inflammation. When you ejaculate, these nutrients are expelled and your body needs time and resources to build them up again. So guys, your body is building up it's doing its best to always regulate this in the semen. This is why it's doing this, because it wants to help make sure that your future offspring receives the best that it can, right? And when you're holding your seed, you will receive the best forms of these vitamins and minerals, and you will see it. You will be glowing. Your eyes will be much brighter. You will just feel it. You will see it. And on a physical plane, they won't be able to see it, but your aura is going to be lighting up at a higher frequency. So every time you release, you never get these vitamins back. These minerals and vitamins, you never get them back. Once it's lost, it never comes back until you build up those days again, and you build it up and you allow your body to build this up again. So this is important because oftentimes the body starts to decay when you're often ejaculating. This is why people end up really, really old at a young age, right? They end up having to take more supplements, having to take more PEDs at a young age because they've been depleted. And this causes hair loss and things of that nature. It increases your attractiveness. Semen retention is a significant benefit for men as it boosts testosterone levels and increases confidence, making them more attractive. It also improves the quality of sexual experiences, making the connection with partners deeper and more satisfying. Semen retention also allows energy to be channeled into other areas of life, increasing success professionally and personally, and enhancing confidence. Sex is a primary motivator for most men, and a more attractive person leads to increased confidence, which in turn makes them even more confident. And confidence is intrinsically sexy. Confidence is something everyone wants to see. They want to feel that. They want to be eluded in that. Because a lot of people are down. A lot of people are downers. They're nihilistic. They need someone to look up to. They need someone that's confident. They need someone that is pushing this type of energy out, right? They want to glue to that, but you have to be careful with this energy because while there are positive people, there are also negative people that come in this journey as well. So you have to be careful with your sexual energy because Intrinsically, we are all energy. People want to leech on to certain individuals for energy. This positive feedback loop is a significant benefit for men who plan to continue having sex. So, if you want the best experience sexually, you want the best mate you want to have sexually, you have to go on seed retention. You have to, because this journey will bring you to not only find yourself, but to find who it is that will be with you on this journey of life. Whoever your wife would be, whoever this would end up your significant life partner, right? So this is how it increases your attractiveness. You want to understand that it builds who you are up, right? This builds you up professionally, personally. You just keep building and you keep walking up this ladder. You keep going up the stairs. You keep going up this elevator of life with this sexual desire. Not only are you in control of your sexual desire, you're in control of your lust. You are in control of you and your mind. That's the most important part of this journey, is becoming one with the mind and understanding that you are now in a more spiritual journey with the Creator. It awakens your root chakra, also known as the Muladhara chakra. The root chakra, based at the spine of the body, at the base of the spine, is linked to the earth element and is responsible for generating and conserving sexual energy. It is associated with groundedness and safety and is crucial for expanding one's life. It produces nutrients to tissues and motivates behaviors like eating, sleeping, and procreation. When conserved, this energy can be directed towards spiritual awakening, professional success, and personal growth. Opening and maintaining this chakra balance helps maintain the health of other chakras and awakens Kundalini energy for spiritual growth. So guys, the Muladhara is the bottom chakra. When we understand when you're constantly depleted, this chakra remains dormant. It is not going to open up if you constantly are depleted. When you are holding your seed and you're holding your life force, this climbs up all the other 6 chakras and reaches the crown to open the pineal. The third eye's power is so powerful, guys. Once you understand the third eye, we have plenty of videos on this channel talking about third eye as well as Kundalini, so feel free to check those out. But other than that, guys, this energy flows allows expansion in all areas of life. We already explained that you're going to grow financially, you're going to grow personally, you're going to grow more attractive. This is going to just grow in all aspects in your life. So it is essential to understand how powerful the root chakra is. This is something that Steve Jobs learned while he was in India. He understood that, wow, this chakra is going to grow. And this is how he not only used his energy to manifest a massive company that he's known for now, but to be a creative individual. He used his life force to be a creative individual. And that's intrinsically what you want to do. You want to become the most creative version of yourself and be diligent of who you're spending your energy with, who you're giving your sexual energy to. It improves athletic performance. Sport trainers and athletes have long advocated abstaining from sex before a sporting event due to the belief that ejaculating weakens performance or weakens needs due to the expulsion of nutrients from sperm. Many athletes report feeling more powerful, alert, and focused without sexual activity before any event, leading to better performance on the field. Famous athletes like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson have made it their practice to abstain from sex before a fight. So guys, everyone knows Iron Mike, right? Iron Mike went 5 years without any release, right? This made him an animal. There's a meme going around right now. It's been an old video, but it goes, he's like, I'm the annihilator, I'm the crusher, I'm this, I'm that, right? That's why they feared me in the ring, right? That he says this, right? But this was the truth. He was the annihilator in the ring because he maintained this sexual energy. It gave him the edge. It made him the dog who he was. It made him the guy who bit off an ear. It just gave him this ruthless aggression in the ring. Now, while you don't have to be a massive athlete, you have to be able to transmute this energy to whatever field you're in, no matter what the field is. It doesn't have to be boxing. It doesn't have to be performance. It doesn't have to be an athletic thing. You could transmute this to anything. A doctor can transmute this. A person who's a physician, doctors, anyone, construction worker, software engineer, anything. You can transmute this to any aspect in your life, and it would give you this massive edge, right? So it is important to understand that when you are ejaculating, you are making your legs weak. You're losing your nutrients, and you're losing your best nutrients that come from sperm. It makes you happier. Many people feel guilty following masturbation, and the expenditure of energy can bring them down as well. This is particularly true for those who have become addicted to the habit. The physical reasons behind this are related to the repeated stimulation of the pleasure-seeking centers in the brain. Essentially, they become overstimulated, which reduces the sensation of pleasure due to decreased dopamine levels. Abstaining from masturbation and ejaculation means your dopamine levels stay in a normal range, and you stay happier as a result. So guys, when you're not always trying to lose your sexual energy, like we mentioned earlier, guys, you will be happy at the little things in life. The little things in life are going to make you extremely happy. You're going to find joy in every single day. You're going to find that every single day is a gift. Every single day is another day that you can make something happen. Another day that you can manifest something within this ether. You will not waste a single drop of time. You will just use every single moment to follow and crush your dreams. That's intrinsically what you're supposed to be doing. Why else waste your precious life doing pointlessly nothing? You want to use your energy for the best and the greater good for you, everyone around you, and for the cosmos. It gives you more time for other things. If you remember being a teenage boy, you know how much of your time can be taken up with sexual masturbation or sexual desire, of thoughts of sexual desire. This might still be the case for you even though you're a grown man. If you're engaging in this masturbation and excessive sexual activity, you know that it takes a lot of your time. That's time that you could be spending on other activities that can enhance your professional career, as well as your spiritual growth and personal life. In areas unrelated to your sexual desires, just think about all the things that you could get done if you cut out excessive sexual activity. So people end up being slaves to their lust, so much to the point where they live a mediocre life. Now, this is not to say that there's anything wrong with living a mediocre life. If that is what you desire, then that's what you desire. But if you want to be on top, if you want to be at the pinnacle of who you could eventually be, this journey is required. This journey is a spiritual journey, it's a physical journey, it's an astral journey, and it's going to be a difficult journey. That's why people are so intrinsically looking for reasons as to why I should do it, as to reasons as to why I shouldn't do it. They always Google, oh well, it's perfectly healthy, I should do it. They just look for reasons as to why to not do it, right? They need reasons to not do it. But intrinsically, that's what society and media wants you to do. They want you to constantly be depleted. They want you to be submissive, and they want you to intrinsically be weak, because now you're easier to control. Because if you can't beat your desires and lust, you're not going to beat any higher entity. You're not going to beat anyone. You're not going to win. So this gives you more time for all the other things you want to do. Whether this be you wanted to learn a new trade, whether this be you wanted to learn a new instrument, whether this be you wanted to do YouTube, whatever it is, you will have more energy for everything. It gives you time for everything. Final thoughts, guys. So, this is a quote from Swami Sivananda. He is a very, very prominent figure in semen retention. This monk, an Indian monk, he knows a lot about semen retention. He practices this a lot, and he explains the benefits of semen retention, as well as the flaws of losing this seed. So, a quote from him says, "From food comes juice or chyle. From chyle comes blood. From blood comes flesh. From flesh comes fat. From fat comes bones. From bones comes marrow. And lastly, from bone marrow comes semen." So we see after this long list of blood, chyle, flesh, fat, bones, is the semen. So when we lose this, we are losing our greatest part of our body. This is why they say once you release, you basically die. You basically die because you're going to lose this life force. This is life force, guys. This is the ability to create another human. This is intrinsically life force. So Swami Sivananda explains this pretty well. This is going to help you understand that you can't just pointlessly throw this energy away, because if you are, you're going to be, look at the levels that it's going through: blood, flesh, fat, bones, bone marrow. Guys, bone marrow is known to be used in cancer research. It's known to be used for so many different things, guys. If it's going past the bone marrow and the final aspect, the semen, we have to understand how crucial this semen is. We have to understand how beautiful this is to bring a life into this cosmos. Now, finally, be the man people adore, respect, and admire. Whether this be you want to be respected and loved by your brothers, respected and loved by your son, respected and loved by your father, your wife, and all your loved ones around. It is essential that you become the pinnacle of who you want to be. You don't want to be mediocre. You want to be the man that everyone can look up to, respect, the man that people come to when they need help, the man that people love. You want to be the hero to your son. You don't want him to be an idol worshiper. You want to be him to worship you. Not worship you, but to love you as a father, to respect you as and look to you as a superhero. That's who your son should be looking up to. That's who your brother should be looking up to. That's who your whole family should be looking at. This is the guy I want to be around. This is the guy who's eluding confidence. This is the guy who works his butt off. He works his tail off getting to what he wants because he's not sitting here trapped by lust. And that's exactly what the world around you wants to do. They want to eat you up with lust because they don't want you to be at the pinnacle of where you can be at. So this journey is not going to be easy by any means. So we went over all the benefits. This is all the great benefits that come with it. The journey is going to be steep. It's going to be rigorous. It's going to be difficult, especially if you're someone who's been a slave to your lust. It's going to be extremely difficult because one relapse and then another relapse, and it just keeps going on this constant loop. You need to defeat the loop and take control of your life. Okay? So today, guys, we went over all the reasons why as to why semen retention is beneficial. We covered this whole list. Okay, guys? So feel free to like the video and subscribe. Also, check us out on Patreon and Rumble. And if you'd like to leave a comment, feel free to leave it down below. I'd love to check them out. And other than that, guys, this is your fallen angel, and I am out.